I'm hiking my feelings, working with all the natural healing. We are the makers of lives in our community, working to set myself free while I'm hiking my feelings. Hiking my feelings.
What do you think about that?
Amazing. I cannot
Isn't
get
it?
enough.
As we sit together with the trees, watching the sun dip behind the ridges and scatter its last light across the sky, I want to ask a few questions, not for answers, but for wonder. Can time be spent? Can time be wasted? What is time? We speak of it like currency: free time, wasted time, time well spent. Is it worth my time? But what if time isn't something we spend at all? Look at these trees. These sequoias are monuments to time, not lost or used up, but time held. Time that lingers. Time that roots. Some of their petrified ancestors date back millions of years. Their legacy isn't measured in hours or productivity. It's measured in presence, in endurance, in quiet, steady growth. And yet, even here, even now, we still tend to tie time to value. We measure it in productivity, in output, in whether we got enough done. But how do we separate time from money? And once we do, how do we measure what truly matters? We all have metrics we're taught to count: students served, patients seen, deadlines met, hours volunteered, vehicles serviced. But what are the metrics for a life well lived? Joy felt, laughter shared, mountains climbed, sunsets remembered? Most of us, unless we've found a way to exist completely outside of capitalism, must trade time for survival. We follow the metrics someone else created, or if we're lucky, we forge our own. And maybe we won't live to see a world where we don't have to make that trade. But tonight, we don't have to solve that. Tonight, we can simply ask, what fills my time with meaning? Where does my time feel most sacred? Who or what helps me forget about time altogether? Because this golden glow, this stillness, this shared breath, this is one of those rare moments when time expands. When it softens, when it becomes something other than a countdown. So breathe it in. Let it hold you. Let your thoughts slow to the rhythm of the land. Move at the pace of presence. Let your questions linger like the light. You don't need answers tonight. Just awe, just wonder, just this. We gathered in Sequoia National Park with a simple question and a complicated truth. What is worth our time? It's a question that began as a quiet provocation, born from frustration, laced with heartbreak, and quickly deepened into a collective inquiry. Not just about the ways we spend our hours, but about how we assign value to effort, to energy, to existence itself. We noticed how the language of time so often mimics the language of money. Free time, wasted time, quality time. Is it worth it? We spend time, we lose time, we make time. But what if time is not something we spend at all? In a forest filled with trees that measure their lives in centuries, we let that question echo. And in the stillness that followed, we found a new rhythm. We worked in Round Meadow, a living metaphor if there ever was one. A place that, not long ago, was nearly overtaken, 97% orchard grass, invasive and relentless. But through years of care, intention, and collective labor, it has been restored. Today, that grass is estimated at just 5%. What once seemed impossible is now a field of wildflowers and native grasses reclaiming their home. That meadow became a mirror. With every handful of orchard grass we removed, we asked, what are the invasive thoughts in my own life? What beliefs have taken root that don't belong? What internalized expectations about success, about rest, about self-worth need to be gently, persistently pulled? The work was tangible, and so were the questions. How do we measure what matters? What metrics exist beyond productivity and paychecks? What does it mean to dedicate your life to something, only to see it unravel? And how do we begin again, not bitter, but brave, holding our time and talents a little closer, a little more consciously? Some of us came here seeking clarity. Some came to rest. Some came to celebrate how far we've come. And many of us arrived carrying the weight of questions we weren't yet ready to name out loud. But here, in the shadow of ancient trees, under the hush of starlight and the roar of waterfalls, we remembered something essential. We don't have to collapse to transform. We don't have to hustle to prove we're alive. We don't have to earn our time. We can choose what's worthy of it, and we can trust that tending to what we love, whether it's a meadow, a belief, or a version of ourselves we've been waiting to meet, is enough. The work continues. The meadow isn't perfect, and neither are we. But both are healing, both are thriving. And both, without question, are worth our time.